Hey guys, Eric back here again. A little under the weather, so just realized I did an entire video without actually hitting the record on a video. So, I know I promised something in my last set of videos where I'm gonna do a video on pitching. I just kind of have to work out the script, so to speak. So I recently threw in a playoff game in my 75 Ego League. I threw a perfect game, 21 strikeout game. It's my highest strikeouts ever, and first time I ever did a perfect game in a playoff situation. I did it with my ace that I've thrown. I've thrown 4 perfect games total, 3 with this particular pitcher, and I will definitely say that playing the last 42 games of my season on Ego 85 really helped me out. I'm always a better pitcher. I'm always a better pitcher than a hitter in this game, and it really helped me nail down my pitching. And we know this game kind of goes in cycles, and there's you go through times where they just beat your brains in, and you go through times where they come back every single game, and every now and then you can catch them. It's kind of like when you go to Vegas and you're being cautious, be cautious, be cautious, and all of a sudden you have that one chance out of nowhere to break the bank, and that's kind of what ended up happening. Is I just threw in the most amazing game, and I'll talk a little bit more about it when I do the pitching video. But I did post it on Facebook and on Reddit too, the stat line, so it is legit. It was done on 75 Ego. Believe me, no one's more shocked than I am that I did that. I mean, I've had some really good pitching games at 75, but I was completely blown away. Didn't even realize I had a lot of strikeouts. I just knew that I was flying through the game really quick, and that they just seemed to be really in check. They didn't hit any ball hard on me. Every ball was a soft grounder. I might have had to do 1 or 2 dives, but it was kind of amazing. But like I said, and I'll get into Nevermore in just a second. But I do have that coming up. I did a really long, how do you call it, almost a dissertation when I posted it on Reddit, and somebody asked me, some tips on pitching, and I kind of went off with this huge thing on what I do with pitching. Like I said, I've thrown 4 perfect games, and I've thrown more than probably maybe 10 or 12 no-hitters. And I'm about to go up to Ego 85 for an entire season, so that's going to really challenge me, but I got a feeling it's going to make me even better pitcher. All right, so let's get into Nevermore. I actually changed this logo. This isn't the original one that I did, because the first one, some of the feedback I got is it looked a little bit too much like an eagle, which I agreed with, and so I kind of came back to it and played around with it and went off with Swish 10. You'll see that in just a second. All you need is black, white, red, a dark gray, and a light gray. That's, I think, just for the jerseys. And then, so I just did that as the patch on the road hat. Then I just shrank it down and did Nevermore on the jersey. I actually did I didn't change anything from the original except for the logo, so everything just kind of went where the original logo went. And then I just added the Ravens to the N, and then on the home jersey, this big logo. Looks nice. It's got a little bit of badass look to it. All right, so I'm gonna do that. All right, here we go. All right, square 2 red, just fill out the whole thing. Swish 10 black, -101, -99, 223, 51. Copy -113, -6, 304, 81. Sorry, I'm gonna rush through this because my voice is kind of shot as I'm fighting off. My daughter had strep, and I'm fighting it off. Ellipse 2, not eclipse. There you go. That tells you how I feel. -73, 54, 324, and 56. Shield 6. -16, -59, 226, and 34. Quadrant 1, -72, -9, 356, and 20. Swish 10 black, 13, -134, 207, 46. 19, negative 77, 224 and 50. One more at 39, negative 15, 214 and 43. Then I do Fang, and Fang's got, as you can tell on the edge of it, it's got, you know, little triangles on it. I knew I was going to be running low on space, so Fang makes the best beaks anyway. I highly recommend it if you're doing any kind of birds. So that's why I did that. And I covered up the little triangles on it. So it's 175, 49, 298, and 34. Then back to swish 10, negative 31, 132, and 52. Copy negative 69, 72, 349, and 66. Copy negative 89, negative 21, 339, and 72. Copy negative 10, 25, 332, and 71. Copy 67, 16, 314, and 52. Rectangle 1 to finish off the beak and the fill in the face. 55, 94, 13, and 37. And then now we're going into white, swish 11 above the eye, 17, 130, 58, and 14. Half circle white, 13, 118, 205, and 12. Half circle black, 16, 118, 212, and 9. And then do 5 underscores in font 1. You guys know I almost always with underscore, I just do font 1. I haven't really explored with it. I've tried to look at it a little bit, and I know I promised how to use text as shapes and stuff like that. That's coming. I just have to, I'm planning it out, so it's going to probably be a substantial video, so I want to make sure that I actually have to do notes for it. Since and most of these I just do off the top of my head. These I'm going to try to do notes for. It's at 108, 60, 11, and 2 in white. Arc in white. 199, 26, 210, rotation, 16 scale. Arc 2 in white. 50, 11, 147, 27. Then the greater than, less than sign, less than in 2. Makes a really cool shape there, right to the left and below the eye. And it's in white, negative 48, 91, 260, and 12. Then 2, left parentheses, font 16, bend in 9. I needed to consolidate a little bit here because I wanted to, I had to do a twofer because I was running out of space. And negative 47, 24, 246, and 12. And swish 11, to the end of the mouth. 34, 84, 291, and 14. Then arc in gray, just to give a little different color there, and to justify the gray. Negative 88, 79, 131, and 34. Arc in red. It's down here on the bottom swishes. Negative 11, negative 115, 53, and 25. Then period for the iris of the eye in red. 21, 117, 0, and 5, and then copy it in white, just give that a little sparkle, and 24, 115, 0, and 2. If you guys don't know what this is from, then you don't do Edgar Allen Poe in high school. So it's from Edgar Allen Poe, so it's Quoth the Raven. That's how I got the name Nevermore. Actually, the actual inspiration was the Simpsons episode. So my daughter loves the Simpsons, and we always watch the Treehouse of Horrors. And you got the one where they do the Edgar Allen Poe poem, and where Bart keeps going Nevermore. And I just thought about it, it's like a raven, and I called the team Nevermore, and that's how it just came to be. So it's in font 15 in black, 0209, 09, and then Nevermore, same font, 15, and 0, negative 204, 0, and 14. So there you go, guys, 31 layers. Show you for the jerseys, it's 5 for the home and 20 for the road. You could switch them. Like I said, like I've said to you guys, I preach this time and time again. I love jersey 20, it's my favorite, probably. And I usually use it for the home because, you don't have the lines that come down. But like I said, I left everything the same when I changed the logo. So that's why it's just a little slightly different there. But there you go, nice and easy. I had a pretty good idea what I was gonna do when I redid it. The original probably took me about 45 minutes. With this remake, 30 to 45, if I remember correctly. It wasn't that hard when I kind of envisioned what I wanted to do, and as soon as I had, like, I'm doing how I'm going to do the beak and the head, and then the rest just kind of fell in line. So it was nice and easy. So thank you for your support. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. I'm going to do one more tonight because my voice is starting to bother me a little bit. Axeman. This is another one, very, very popular, very different than things I've done before. So that one's next. And I do promise that the pitching one is one that I kind of had it in. I have a list of ideas that I was going to do at some point where I just kind of space them through after I do a bunch of logos, and kind of feel like that's going to be a substantial one. So I've really got to script it out, but I really need to take what I wrote on Reddit, and by all means, please look me up on Reddit. I believe, if I remember correctly, I'm Blackhawk Eric on Reddit. Not 100%, I don't remember, to be honest. But if you're on here, you know me on Facebook or Reddit anyway. So I did somebody answered me a question on my perfect game post, and so that's what I did. I'm also going to get into, as we get into summer, I've started to occasionally record games, and I'm going to start doing a little bit more of that, especially when I know, like, I'm throwing my ace out there, because you never know. I mean, I would have loved to post that video of Perfect Game. That would have been really cool. One, it would get people to sit there and really understand that I actually did do this on Ego 75, and the fact that I can prove the 21 strikeouts. But all I can say is, if you guys are struggling on pitching, I'm going to do the video. Hopefully it'll help you guys. If you see me on Facebook or Reddit, feel free to ask me questions. Ask me questions through here. I do have an email address, supermegaeric1 at Gmail, I believe. And I do answer questions when if I get an email, or sometimes I respond back to comments, and I thank you for the comments that I've been getting recently. I appreciate that. But like I said, I always take them both positive and corrective. I take them seriously. I'm just trying to get better as a Super Mega Baseball artist, and with the hope that we'll be able to eventually post the logos. I would, if there's a vault they could do like they do for MLB, I would be pretty stoked on that, because I got a feeling that I've got a bunch of these logos, and there's a bunch I haven't even shown you guys yet, that I think you guys are going to go nuts over and download like crazy. So I'm actually hoping that we get to that, if they do a Super Mega Baseball 4, which I have to think, with EA being aboard, there's going to be a 4. And before you guys want to jump off the ledge, relax. EA's made it clear they don't want to rip this apart. They actually just want to enhance what's been done. So hopefully it means more stadiums. Hopefully it means weather, maybe variable attendance, would be cool. Maybe a slight minor league system, maybe a player way up to the majors, would be kind of cool. As long as they can keep it in the style that it is. I really don't want it to be a true sim like the show, which, if you like the show, it's your choice, but I honestly think that game sucks balls. Graphically, I think it's weak. The guys look very rigid, very fake. It reminds me a lot of RBI baseball with that one. That is a horrendous game too. So I'm sorry I'm rambling here, guys, but that's what I do when I'm a little under the weather. So Axeman is coming up, and thank you for your support.